Well, hello YouTube. Today we're rolling the big bike in dirt. Uh, it's going to be about 116 degrees down where I live in Phoenix. Most of my day is going to be spent somewhere between 4,000 and 7,000 feet, averaging somewhere in that 6,000 range. Even up in that elevation, it's going to be 100 degrees. So we're going to see how smart that is. Genius and my name have never been mentioned in the same two sentences, or unless I've wrapped something new in bacon. We'll catch you down the trail. Well, today's little adventure, we're headed to the Senator Highway. I'll explain that to you later. It's actually a dirt road that travels up in elevation. And we'll be passing by some ghost towns that I'll point out to you. This one here is Bumble Bee. Mostly private residences now. But it does have some history to it. That is the old schoolhouse right there, and post office. There's a private school that's right down there. It's kind of like a ranch schoolhouse kind of thing. I do have videos on these other places, but we'll probably stop back sometime in the future when the weather's a little bit cooler, and stop by and talk about them. But today's adventure is definitely getting up to the Senator Highway, and we'll end up in Prescott. Okay, our next little ghost town here is Cleator. That's what's right here. It was originally called Turkey Creek. It's got one heck of a little bar there, popular with off-roaders. Named for Cleator, a guy who came in here about 20 years after its founding. Right now, it is actually, some of his descendants are still here. The last I knew, a couple of years ago, but a lot of off-gridders live here, so some of those are private residences, so it is populated. We're going to make our way up the hill here. So these mountains that we're headed towards are the Bradshaws, and I'll explain a little bit about them as we head up the hill here. But they're around, I think they get up to around 7,000 feet, I believe. Crown King, which we'll pass through today, is around 7,000, 7,200, something like that. So some people mistake this for the Senator Highway. This is the easy road from I-17 up to Crown King, and it's actually the railroad. These cutouts were built for the rail line that went up to Crown King and actually put the Senator Highway out of business. I could be wrong, but I know this was the railroad, and it would bring, it was narrow gauge. It's not the gauge rail that you would think of when you cross on the street or something like that. It was a narrow gauge meant for mostly ore, carrying a small amount of passengers up and down the Bradshaw Mountains to Crown King. and to service the mines that were up here. So we're on one of 4 ways that I know of to get up to Crown King, and like I mentioned, this is the rail grade that used to get up here. This is the easiest from I-17. You can probably make it in just about any vehicle as long as you're prepared and you've got water and stuff like that. And then there's CK Trail that comes up here. That's the toughest. And not as hard as it used to be. And then you've got Senator Highway, and then you also have the Minnehaha. Minnehaha is more of a trail, not as tough as the CK Trail. So the next ghost town we're going to run through here is Crown King, the biggest establishment in the Bradshaw Mountains, right around 1875. I guess there was like 50 mines somewhere around there, established mines on the Bradshaws, and they started around the 1860s and were big time until probably the early teens of the last century, and were mined up here until the 40s to some extent, until the government took over the possession of gold. Right up there where that dump truck is above, there's the Mill Restaurant. Really good place to go. Let's see if we can't dip into the center of Crown King real quick here. I think we need to get some water. Anyway, the Senator Highway was extended. It was originally built for a particular mine, and it was extended to come down here. A couple of boys on KTM's out enjoying the trails up here. Plenty of them, that's for sure. Hey, it's not even boys, it's a nice lady. Morning. Well, 2 people on 525s left, and we got a free ride, and it's like a 450, and we got a 1190. I think I'm the only guy up here on a Japanese bike. Now this is the little town of Crown King. Various amounts of buildings. Restaurants and little places to buy t-shirts, stuff like that. There's a chapel down there, and I believe a place to stay. Gentleman on the 1190 is heading the same way I am, so we may meet up with him on the trail somewhere. So that was Crown King. We're going to head over to Senator Highway, which is not too far from here. All right. This is the beginning of the Senator Highway. Started out in 1866, something like that, as a haul road for the Senator Mine, which was up the road a ways. I don't even, I've never been there, so I don't know if there's anything left. But it was a haul road to bring ore, gold, silver, whatever else was mined up here, to the assayers up in Prescott. And this road was extended into Crown King. This part of the road is about 40 miles. My total trip today will be about 100 miles on dirt. I'm going to be smart about this big old hump and check it out before I run over it. Not on the WR. Ah, it ain't nothing. Be cool, be cool. I must put this berm here to keep the creek from taking the road out. I'm missing my resource for this area. Not sure where I put it, but I'm gonna have to go by recollection. And as I recall, this road was built by Chinese and Irish, I think. Might be confusing a couple places. But all that hand labor, this road was hand built, 40 miles of it, all the way up to Prescott. Well, a little water crossing today. So they used to, as I said, haul ore back and forth, well, away from the mines and money back, I guess. And unlike you might see in old westerns and stuff like that, what they used to haul the ore with, because they were stronger, were mules and not horses. So you'd have a 12 mule team, something like that, and a big wagon that would haul everything up to Prescott. And I believe later on, Crown King had its own smelter. I might be wrong. And the actual silver and gold was transported back and forth. One of the big Arizona families are the Goldwater families, and they had a lot of endeavors back in the beginning of early days of the state, the territorial days, and they used to run mule teams. They had a transport company that would do that, plus goods and services, because they had a series of general stores in Arizona, which later on became, I believe, there was Goldwater's department store. Now we're back out of the pines into the chaparral. We've dropped some elevation, probably in that 4,000 or 5,000 foot range. I just stopped over this kind of overlook thing here. We're still out in the chaparral. We're snaking along these little ridges. It's kind of neat. Some of these back pockets you can see that dark green strip over there, that's all pine forest. So as you come on the back sides of these hills, you're coming in and out of the ponderosa pines. Kind of makes for a neat trip, just breaks it up a little bit. Well, we're dropping some elevation again, but we're going to pass through one of those little ponderosa stands down here. Yeah, this is pretty sandy stuff. 400 and almost 500 pound bike is a little floaty and zinky when you're riding around in the sand. Especially with 80/20 tires. Keep your engine speed up. Keep moving, don't let off on the throttle. And a little purr don't hurt none either. I'm looking for a place called Palace Station. And I'm not sure if I can find it or not. If I get there, you will see it and I will explain it. If not, I'll give a little cursory overview. I'm thankful for these pine trees. I'm getting a little bit of shade here and there. Oh, this is a popular little intersection. Down this road, there's bees. Down this road is Mayor, and I believe that brings you out on State Route 69 or 169, something like that. Good place to head out to if you need fuel or water or something like that. It's actually a good staging point. If you're up here on dirt bikes, there's a bunch of single track up here and some real black diamond single track. Come on. Well, according to my calculations and that sign back there, I think we're coming up on Palace Station. So this is Palace Station. Right now it's a National Historic Site, and it is National Forest Service where the ranger actually lives. So it was built in 1874 by Spence family. It was a stage stop between Crown King and Prescott. It was a day trip, so it wasn't like overnight accommodations. However, they did offer them, and they offered a meal, water, and that kind of stuff, especially for the horses and for the folks passing through. It was all cost-based. You had to pay so much for everything. I think it was. I read somewhere where there was like $1.50 for a meal and 50 cents for water, that kind of thing. But there's supposed to be some foundations around here. I don't really want to walk around because it is private. There is a cemetery back in there, but I don't want to go too traily on the Strom today. And it existed as a trail stop until the early 1900s, around 1910 or so. It was sold in 1913 to a private person who owned it until the 20s or the 30s, and then it was turned over to the National Forest Service. So that's a real live stage stop. You come through here on your wagon, hop off, get some refreshment, and then head on your way. Stuck in a little hole there. Well, that was Palace Station. We're going to continue along the Senator Highway, Senator Road here, and head into Prescott. Oh, another water crossing. I was up over the windshield. Not the water, but the splashing. Turn all that dust right into cement. An underwater crossing. Another water crossing. Let's see. I like it right here. I'm a little worried about my KTM buddy that I met back in Crown King. I thought he'd catch up to me by Palace Station, but haven't seen him. Not that we had any real formal agreement or nothing, but he said he was heading my way and probably catch me on the trail, and I'm no speed demon. Maybe stop for lunch or something. This looks icky. Oh. Well, that was Senator Highway. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for taking time to watch my videos. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share. Adios.